Hello, it's Monday, 1 o'clock, and time for my Monday motivation. And notice I've changed the name of these Mondays sharing from Monday Magic to Monday Motivation because I felt it was more about motivating and setting up a really good intention for the week. So today I'm going to focus on the whole area of self-sabotage, which is the theme for the month. But I'm going to hone in on autopilot, which is something I wrote about in my article last week that I shared. You'll find it on my profile. And the whole thing about autopilot is it contributes to sabotaging ourselves because we are so unaware when we are on autopilot. The name itself suggests we're doing everything automatically. We're doing everything from a place of reactionary, not necessarily thinking about what we're doing, and also not noticing the impact that we might be having on others. So it's a pretty major way of sabotaging ourselves. And I know we can't live without autopilot. It's part of what gets us through the day. But if we can even be 5% more conscious of ourselves as we go through the day, that will have a difference on the results that we achieve. So if you think about it, when we are on autopilot, we are often just saying yes to things, doing things without even thinking about them. And that can result in us feeling overwhelmed with too many things to do, as we're not saying no enough. That could then lead to us feeling exhausted and also making decisions that haven't been necessarily well thought through, which again impacts the results that we're achieving and also may well impact the people that are around us that we have working for us on our team. So if you think about when you're on autopilot, you might not necessarily be thinking about the impact you're having on others. It's just impacting them. You might be asking them to do all sorts of different activities just because you need to get through your to-do list. And you're not aware of how you're being and how you're showing up and how that might affect those around you and how engaged they are. It may well be putting extra pressure on them when they've already got very full agendas themselves. And ultimately, that's going to affect the results you achieve. So if we're not conscious of how we're being and the way we're showing up and the decisions we're making, then we're not necessarily learning by what happens. So if something's going wrong for us, or if we've done something really well, it's gone really well for us, we're still not necessarily learning from that because we're not noticing, because we're too busy on autopilot and it's straight on to the next thing. What am I going to do next? So I invite you as we go through this week to counteract your automatic pilot by putting in some slots during the week where you get present and you get more conscious. Maybe you take some quiet time at the beginning of the day and just breathe and think about what it is you want to get through and how you want to be, not just the things you want to do, but how you want to be as you work through your day. And to take time out after you've done an activity or as you're doing an activity to just be more aware of the way you're showing up and the difference that's having on those around you and the results you're achieving. So just give that a go this week. Just try being a little bit more conscious and more intentional and see how that counteracts the potential sabotage of your automatic pilot. So I hope that's been useful. And just to remind you that I'm looking forward to seeing you on Thursday. We've got my next Leadership Live, and the theme of the month is all about how do we overcome our inner saboteurs. So join me on Thursday when we'll be having a longer session on that, looking at the different elements and how we can sabotage ourselves, and then also what can we put in place to try and counteract those things that are sabotaging ourselves. And also a reminder that this month my book Ego is 3 years old. It's 3 years since I launched it. In the middle of lockdown, if you remember. And if anyone would like a free copy, please contact me, send me a direct message, and I will happily send you a complimentary copy. So thank you so much for watching. Do leave your comments in the box below. I always like to see what comments people are sharing. And I'll see you next week. Bye for now.